Hello everyone, and welcome to the video for Unit 8, Day 5. Today we're continuing our variable expressions and diagrams exercises. And today's video is dedicated to Tasani in 6B. Hey Tasani. Alright, let's get started. So, in this example, instead of starting with steps, now it's actually giving us the expression, and we're going to have to figure out what the step is and what the diagram is. So first we're starting with x, so we'll write that, start with x. Start with x, and then in our diagram we'll draw a little x block. Okay. And then what's a little bit different this time is I actually want you to think of a value. Go ahead and pick a number that's 1 through 10. Okay? So you're picking a number that's 1 through 10, and you're going to choose that number here. I want your number, okay? I am going to choose the number 3, all right? But don't choose 3. Okay? That's my number. You choose your own number. So I'm doing 3, and you're doing a different number. Okay, so in my example, x is going to be equal to 3. But for you, you're writing your own number. So you might have 7 here, or 8, or 9. All right, you get the point. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Now, we look at the expression. What happens next? We are adding 4. Okay, so then we add 4, and then we have our x. We're going to add 4 ones to that. 1, 2, 3, 4 ones. Right? And then in our actual example, instead of x, we picked the number 3, or you picked your number, and you're going to do that number, right, plus 4, and now I have 7. You have whatever you picked. That's that. Moving on to the next one. So to go from here to here, I think to myself, what's happening between here and here? We still have the x plus 4, but now we have the 2 on the outside. So we're multiplying 2 times all of this here. So we're multiply by 2. Okay, so let's draw this out. We had x and then 4 ones. And we multiplied it by 2, so we have a second set, an identical set right here. Another x plus 4. Right, and you can see we had 2x plus 8. 2 x's and 8 ones, that matches up. And back here, with our number, so we had 7, and then we multiplied it by 2. So 2 times our number equals now 14. Your numbers, again, are going to be a little bit different because you picked a number that wasn't 3 here. Moving on. Then we look at between here and here, what happened? Well, the 2x, that stayed the same. Then look at the next number. The 8 went up to 20. Okay, so that means, I think to myself, to go from 8 ones to 20 ones, I have to add 12. Okay, so then it added 12. And now let's draw this new one out, 2x plus 20. So I have my x here, my x here. I had 4 ones. And I want to add 20. And since there's 2 rows, to make it nice and even, I'm going to add 10 to each row. So I'll make that a lot longer. I'm sorry, I'm not adding 20, I'm adding 12. So I want to add 6 to each row. So 6 new ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 altogether. Okay. Now, going back to our example, I left off with 14. You left off with whatever number you chose. And you're taking that number and then adding 12. And we got 14 plus 12 is 26. And of course, you have a different number, but you just added 12. 2 more steps to go. Now I look, what happens between here and here? Okay, so it looks like my 2x went from 2x to just x, and my 20 went from 20 to 10. So in both cases, I have half as much as I had before. Half of 2x is x, half of 20 is 20. Half of 20 is 10. So if we're taking half of something, we are dividing by 2. Okay? And if we take half of what's up here, right, it's like we're splitting all of this into 2 parts and then only taking one of those parts. So we have the x and then 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ones. Okay? Let's go back to our real example with the number. I had 26. That was mine. You're bringing over whatever number you had. And then I'm dividing it by 2. So 26 divided by 2 equals 13. Okay. Then to get from here to this last step, I look, okay, well, what's the difference between here and here? All right. Okay, well, I have x plus 10, and now I'm at 10. So the 10 stayed the same, but now there's no x, which means I took something away, and if I'm taking something away, I am subtracting. So I subtract x. Okay? Now in our diagram, right, we had x and then 10 ones, and we took the x away. So we're just going to be left with this part right here, which is the 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ones. Okay. Now, back to my real number. I had 13, and now it's saying to subtract x. Now in this case, x, what I chose was 3, right? So I'm going to subtract 3. You are going to subtract whatever number you chose here. Let's go here. I left off with 13. You left off with whatever number you were at. And then I subtract what my original number was. And then 13 minus 3, and I get 10. And if you did this correctly, your number here and your number here should be the same.
Okie dokie.
All right. So, with that, you are going to go ahead and log out of your computer, close it, and you're going to finish the rest of page 4. And then you're going to continue to challenge yourself to get through page 5 as well. Page 5 isn't too hard, So I really want you to get through that one. So page 4, page 5, go ahead and give that a go.
Thank you so much for playing my game.